Welcome to Unlocked for You, the channel that brings you breakthrough strategies, hidden knowledge, and practical guides to transform your life. Today's video is all about unlocking your potential by mastering any skill in just 30 days. Yes, you heard that right. Whether you're interested in learning a new language, picking up an instrument, coding, cooking, or any other skill that sparks your passion, this video will guide you through a step-by-step plan based on science-backed methods, proven techniques, and real-life examples. We're here to debunk the myths, reveal the secrets, and empower you to break free from traditional learning curves. In the next 10,000 words, we will dive deep into the science of rapid skill acquisition, a comprehensive 30-day mastery framework, psychological strategies to supercharge your learning, common pitfalls and how to avoid them, real-world examples of rapid skill mastery, and much more. Grab a notebook, settle in, and let's unlock the secrets to mastering any skill in just 30 days. For years, many have clung to the idea that you need 10,000 hours of practice to become an expert in any field. This concept, popularized by Malcolm Gladwell, suggests that mastery is only attainable after an enormous time investment. However, this rule has been misunderstood. The 10,000-hour guideline was originally meant to explain how elite-level expertise might be achieved, and is not a barrier for attaining competence. In fact, research indicates that with focused, deliberate practice and the right strategies, you can achieve significant progress in far fewer hours. By targeting the most critical components of a skill, what we call the 80-20 rule, you can bypass extraneous practice and concentrate on what really matters. Studies on neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself, show that our brains are far more adaptable than once believed. This means that when you engage in targeted practice, you are rewiring your brain to perform new tasks with greater efficiency. Key takeaways. The 10,000-hour rule is often misinterpreted. It is about reaching elite performance, not basic competence. Focus on the critical 20% of skills that yield 80% of the results. Leverage your brain's neuroplasticity to rewire and accelerate your learning. Neuroplasticity is a phenomenon that underlies our ability to learn and adapt. Every time you practice a new skill, your brain forms new neural connections and strengthens existing ones. This process allows for rapid skill development, especially in the early stages of learning. Imagine your brain as a vast network of roads. Each time you practice, you are paving a new road or expanding an existing one, making it easier to travel between points. With enough repetition, these neural highways become more efficient, and what once seemed like a challenging task becomes second nature. Practical applications, daily practice. Short, focused sessions every day help in reinforcing new neural pathways. Varied techniques. Use different methods of practice to stimulate various parts of the brain. Feedback and correction. Regular feedback accelerates the reinforcement of correct patterns. By understanding and harnessing neuroplasticity, you can transform the way you learn, making it possible to achieve remarkable progress in a short amount of time. To truly master any skill in 30 days, you need a structured plan. In this chapter, we break down the entire process into actionable steps that will guide you from the very beginning to a level of proficiency that might surprise even you. The journey begins by selecting a skill that excites you. Passion is a powerful motivator. It makes the learning process enjoyable and sustainable. When you are genuinely interested in a subject, every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn, and setbacks are seen as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Ask yourself, what have I always wanted to learn but never had the chance? Which skill would add the most value to my personal or professional life? How does this skill align with my long-term goals? Mastery can look different for everyone. It's crucial to define what being proficient means in your context. For some, mastery might mean being able to converse fluently in a new language, while for others, it might be the ability to play a song perfectly on a musical instrument, or to write code that runs efficiently. Define your mastery by breaking it down into measurable outcomes. For language, being able to hold a 10-minute conversation with a native speaker. For music, playing 3 complete songs from memory. For coding, developing a simple but functional app. A complex skill is often a collection of several smaller skills. Identify these micro skills and create a checklist. For example, if your goal is to master photography, break it down into understanding composition, mastering lighting, learning about exposure settings, editing techniques. This process helps you focus on one element at a time, ensuring a well-rounded learning experience. The Pareto principle, or 80-20 rule, suggests that 20% of your efforts yield 80% of the results. Identify which aspects of your chosen skill will provide the most significant impact early on. These core elements are your key focus areas. For example, if learning to code, focus on understanding basic logic, mastering syntax, and writing simple programs before moving on to more advanced topics. Once you have identified the critical components, arrange them in order of importance. This prioritized list will serve as your roadmap, ensuring that you invest your time and energy into the areas that matter most. This approach minimizes wasted effort and speeds up your journey toward competence. For each micro skill, set clear, measurable goals. These benchmarks not only provide direction but also serve as mini milestones that keep you motivated throughout the process. Consistency is key. Create a daily schedule that dedicates specific blocks of time solely for practicing your skill. This consistency helps in building habits that lead to mastery. Consider allocating at least 1 to 2 hours per day for focused practice. Breaking down the session into smaller, manageable segments. Setting aside time for review and reflection. Active learning means engaging with the material rather than passively consuming it. Here are some techniques. Deliberate practice. Focus on areas where you are weak, even if it feels challenging. Spaced repetition. Revisit previously learned material at spaced intervals to ensure long-term retention. The Feynman technique. Teach what you have learned to someone else in simple terms. If you can explain it clearly, you truly understand it. Incentives are a great way to stay motivated. Set up a reward system for yourself. Small treats or breaks after a productive session can go a long way in keeping your energy high. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Immerse yourself in an environment that supports your learning. Change your surroundings to incorporate elements of the skill. Switch your social media feeds to pages and groups related to your skill. Listen to podcasts or watch videos on the topic. Join online communities and forums where enthusiasts share their tips and experiences. Simulate the real environment where the skill is applied. If you're learning a language, engage in conversations, even if it's with language exchange partners online. For music, record yourself playing and compare it with professional recordings. Engage multiple senses in your practice. The more ways you interact with the material, the better it will stick. For instance, if you are learning a dance routine, use visual aids, listen to the music repeatedly and practice the moves physically. One of the most effective time management strategies for learning is the Pomodoro technique. By breaking your study time into 25-minute intervals followed by short breaks, you can maintain peak focus and prevent burnout. This method keeps your mind fresh and reduces the likelihood of distraction. How it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work with full concentration. When the timer rings, take a 5-minute break. After completing 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. Repeat this cycle throughout your study session. The Pomodoro technique not only improves concentration but also helps in managing the intensity of your learning sessions. Sleep is a critical yet often overlooked component of the learning process. Quality sleep consolidates memory, reinforces neural connections, and enhances overall cognitive function. When you sleep, your brain processes and stores the information you've learned during the day, making it easier to recall later. Tips for maximizing learning through sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Create a sleep-friendly environment, dark, quiet, and cool. Avoid screens at least an hour before bedtime to enhance melatonin production. By prioritizing sleep, you allow your brain to perform its natural cleanup and storage functions, making your 30-day learning plan even more effective. Many learners make the mistake of relying solely on passive methods such as watching tutorials or reading textbooks. While these methods can be valuable, they are far less effective than active learning techniques. Active learning strategies, interactive practice. Engage directly with the material through exercises and hands-on projects. Discussion groups. Join study groups or online forums where you can discuss and debate concepts. Practical application. Apply what you learn immediately in real-world scenarios. Teach others. Explaining the material to someone else helps solidify your own understanding. By shifting your focus from passive consumption to active participation, you create an environment that is conducive to rapid and lasting learning. Fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers to effective learning. Many potential masters are held back by the worry that they won't succeed. However, failure is not the enemy. It's an essential part of the learning process. Embracing failure. Reframe failure. See each mistake as an opportunity to learn and grow. Iterative improvement. Use failures as a stepping stone for refinement. Every error brings you one step closer to success. Mindset shift. Cultivate a growth mindset where challenges are seen as opportunities to expand your skills. Remember, every expert was once a beginner who faced setbacks. Embrace the process, and don't be afraid to fail forward. Josh Kaufman is renowned for his ability to learn new skills quickly. He famously claimed that you could learn the basics of the ukulele in just 20 hours. By focusing on the most essential chords and strumming techniques, he was able to play songs with confidence in a very short period. His approach was based on intensive, focused practice sessions that concentrated on the core elements of the instrument. Benny Lewis, also known as the Irish polyglot, has shown that becoming conversational in a new language doesn't have to take years. Through immersive techniques, daily practice, and the use of language exchange partners, Lewis has mastered several languages in a matter of weeks. His secret? Consistent real-life practice and a willingness to make mistakes. Meta-learning, or learning about the learning process, is a powerful tool. When you understand your own learning style, you can tailor your study techniques to suit your strengths. This includes recognizing whether you're more visual, auditory, or kinesthetic in your approach to absorbing new information. Strategies for meta-learning, self-assessment. Evaluate your current learning methods and identify what works best. Experimentation. Try different approaches and techniques to see which yield the best results. Feedback loops. Continually assess and adjust your strategies based on your progress. Mind maps are visual representations of information that help organize and structure your thoughts. They can be especially useful when trying to understand complex topics by breaking them down into interconnected components. How to create an effective mind map. Start with a central idea and branch out with key subtopics. Use colors and images to enhance memory retention. Regularly update your mind map as you gain new insights and connections. Mental blocks can come in many forms: fear of failure, procrastination, or even self-doubt. The first step in overcoming them is to recognize when they are hindering your progress. Techniques to break through mental blocks. Break tasks into smaller steps. If a task feels overwhelming, break it down into manageable pieces. Use positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your capability and previous successes. Change your environment. Sometimes a change of scenery can refresh your mindset and spark creativity. Sustaining motivation is key to a successful 30-day challenge. Here are several strategies to keep your enthusiasm high. Visual reminders. Create a vision board or use sticky notes with motivational quotes. Accountability partners. Share your goals with a friend or join a community where you can share your progress. Celebrate milestones. Reward yourself after completing each stage of your journey. Reflect on progress. Regularly review your learning journal to see how far you've come. After your 30-day challenge, ask yourself, what new projects can I undertake to apply my skill in the real world? How can I integrate this skill into my daily life or career? What advanced techniques should I explore next? Learning is more fun and effective when shared. Consider joining or forming a community of like-minded individuals. This community can offer support, inspiration, and ongoing learning opportunities. Benefits of a learning community: shared experiences, learn from others' successes and failures, collaborative projects, work on group projects to apply your skills in real-world scenarios, continuous feedback, regularly exchange tips and constructive criticism. To accelerate your journey, here's a list of recommended resources that have been curated by experts and experienced learners alike. Books and articles. Peak Secrets from the New Science of Expertise by Anders Ericsson. A deep dive into deliberate practice. Ultra Learning Master Hard Skills, Outsmart the Competition and Accelerate Your Career by Scott Young. Strategies for Intense, Self-Directed Learning. Mindset, The New Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck. The Importance of a Growth Mindset. Online courses and platforms Coursera, Udemy, and edX for a wide range of topics from coding to creative arts. YouTube channels. Follow channels like Crash Course, TED Ed, and our own Unlocked for You for ongoing tips and tutorials. Learning apps, Duolingo for languages, Code Academy for programming, and many others tailored to specific skills. Use digital tools to stay organized and track your progress. Notion or Evernote for maintaining a learning journal. Trello, to create and manage your 30-day schedule. Mind mapping tools. Use software like MindMeister to visualize your learning process. Meet Sarah, a marketing professional who always dreamed of coding. With no prior experience, Sarah dedicated 30 days to learning programming fundamentals, using online courses and deliberate practice. By the end of the challenge, she had built a functional website and secured freelance projects, which eventually led to a full-time career change. Sarah's journey is a testament to the power of focused, goal-oriented learning. John, a shy individual with a fear of public speaking, decided to conquer his anxiety in 30 days. Through daily practice, joining local speaking clubs and using visualization techniques, John transformed from a hesitant speaker into someone who confidently addresses small groups. His progress was further enhanced by regular feedback and recording his speeches for self-review. While 30 days might not make you an expert, it is more than enough to reach a confident level in a new skill. The goal is to build a strong foundation and overcome the initial hurdles that often discourage learners. With continuous practice beyond these 30 days, you can achieve higher levels of expertise. Consistency is crucial, but don't be discouraged if you miss a day. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible and maintain the momentum. Use any missed time as a learning lesson to improve your scheduling and commitment. Over the past chapters, we've covered a comprehensive strategy for mastering any skill in 30 days. From selecting the right skill to breaking it down into manageable parts, applying the 80-20 rule, and using advanced techniques like meta-learning and visualization, the blueprint is set for rapid success. Remember, the journey to mastery is about progress, not perfection. Every step you take is a building block toward a more skilled, confident, and capable you. Embrace the challenge, learn from your mistakes, and celebrate every victory, no matter how small. Mastering a skill in 30 days is just the beginning. Lifelong learning is the continuous pursuit of knowledge and improvement. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to adapt and learn new skills quickly is more valuable than ever. Whether you're aiming for personal growth, career advancement, or simply the joy of discovery, the principles we've discussed can serve you well throughout your life. Create an environment that constantly encourages growth. Network with experts by attending workshops, webinars, and conferences. Engage with communities by joining forums, social media groups, or local clubs related to your skill. Stay updated by following blogs, podcasts, and YouTube channels that offer insights and new trends in your area of interest.